Hey guys, so I am in Lut Gholein now. The last video I had played all the way up to here. I do have some information before I start. So the character that I was
Hello.
playing prior to uh, this new recording here of Lut Gholein, that character got deleted on my account. Now, the reason that happened. So I have an Xbox Live account that I use for PC gaming, and it gives it gives you a lot of the Xbox networks gaming games and all that. It also gives you a lot of Blizzard games because Microsoft, as we know, was bought out by Microsoft bought out Blizzard. Okay, so anyways, they had all the games. If you have an Xbox Live account or whatever,
Good day.
they have all the games available except Diablo 2 Resurrection or Resurrected. So they have them all for free except World of Warcraft and Diablo 2 Resurrected. Okay, so I was so excited. I was playing all the Blizzard games or whatever. Cool. Well, the other day after I'd finished the recording here on when I got to Lut Gholein, I noticed that on my Xbox account it said Diablo 2 Resurrected is now free with your account. Super excited. I was like, awesome. I pull up, the BattleNet account to play or download and play Diablo 2
Greetings.
Resurrected and on computer. So then what I did was I downloaded it, I played it, and I was like, cool. Hey, I haven't connected my Nintendo Switch account to my BattleNet account. So I'm like, why don't I just do that now? So I go back into BattleNet and I'm hooking it up and everything's working out. I'm like, sweet. So maybe, being that I already bought it on Nintendo Switch, maybe Reign of the Warlock will be, just kind of transfer over. Well, that didn't go as I planned, and it didn't
Good
transfer.
day.
So I'm like, okay, whatever. So I got back on my Switch here, and I'm like, pull it up, and it's loading in. It says logging into your BattleNet or whatever. I'm like, cool. And I get there, and yeah, they don't save your characters on your Nintendo Switch once you connect it to your BattleNet. The BattleNet account is the account that it shows without the characters you've created on Nintendo Switch, the Nintendo Switch account that you had. So that character got deleted that I've been using with this playthrough. Anyways,
Hello.
long story short, I had to redo all of Act 1. And so we do have still a Warlock, and we still kind of have the same setup. Let me show you really quick. Kind of have the same setup. Now, I got a lot. Obviously, in Diablo, you get everything's random. You don't get the same items. You don't have the same maps, whatever. So I do have a couple new items that are not the same as before. They're better items for the build that I created, which is not exactly the same build. It's a little different because I
Good
did
day.
notice that I was kind of chaotic. My mana was kind of running low all the time. So when I went through it the second time, I decided, hey, I'm going to kind of fix that and change up my skills and stuff like that and my attributes here. So I do have a different setup as far as my attributes go. I put more into energy for the mana part of it, and I put more, not more, but less into vitality. but it still has a good amount to where my stamina isn't running low all the time. So that's that. And then the skill
Hello.
tree is a little different too. Now I didn't go and do the miasma bolt right away. I decided not to do that just because like it wasn't really my play style. I really liked the Ring of Fire way more. So I threw all my stuff into Ring of Fire as far as like when I started, started my first ability, that, which I now have as my main ability. So Ring of Fire is kind of my main thing that I'm doing, and then I'm gonna, go to Flame Wave, which looks pretty cool too. And from Flame Wave, I'm not exactly sure.
Good
I
day.
think I'm gonna just go right into this Apocalypse, which is kind of like you throw it down and it controls crowds. Basically burns everyone in the area. So my progression now is going to go from here to here to here. Then what I did was I put some stuff in Eldritch, which I didn't before. The levitation, I kind of read through these more, and the levitation mastery is your ethereal weapon that you have in your hand that attacks or whatever. And I was like, man, if I'm doing a lot of AoEing and stuff, I kind of need something that if I get into a bind where my mana is super low, I'm gonna need some melee. So what I did was I put some into levitation mastery, and I put some into cleave. I'll be showing that as I play, but cleave I think is a way better option. It does take mana, but very little mana. But it does kind of like it's not just you're hitting one thing. You're hitting kind of like everything in front of you. Kind of swing your weapon, and it does an arc or whatever, and kind of hits everyone in the area. And so, being that I am doing a lot of this Ring of Fire. Ring of Fire does take, if you see mana cost is 10, does take a lot of mana. So as I was playing, it wasn't noticeable, but there was points that when I was playing that basically you can run low on mana if you spam it enough. So I threw some stuff for melee into Eldritch. So in case I do run low, I don't have just this little attack that it normally has with this levitation mastery with your weapon. From this, I don't know where I'm gonna go yet. I might just kind of like put points into both of these and leave it as is, because I do like that melee attack it does, and I kind of don't want to change that. Anyways, so we go into Demon, and I did this a little different as well. I went from putting stuff into the Goat Man to get him right away, and then I kind of buffed him up with Demonic Mastery. And down here, this is where I did something different, because I read this and I saw that, oh my god, I as a summoner wanted to control that Goat Man, because if you didn't notice while I was playing, he's really not controlled very well. He kind of just runs around and kind of attacks things even if I don't want him to. So I wanted to have something that controlled him, being that I'm going to be a summoner caster hybrid thing. I wanted something to be able to control him. And then I saw Deathmark, which Deathmark is basically a summoning to pull him back towards you or push him towards an enemy. And he kind of like, you'll see it, but he kind of comes out of the ground, and there's like some fire that comes up, and it causes damage, and he attacks exactly where you've teleported him to, where he comes back to you and defends you. So I thought that would be a better option, because I'm going to be a summoner, and I'm going to go from Deathmark. I'm going to do some summoning, summon Tainted. Now, I don't know if your Goat Man goes away when you summon a tainted here. But if it doesn't, that's
Hello.
awesome. I'm gonna have 2 summoned creatures, which will be great. And then the Defiler, like I said, I hope that all these are separate summons, because if they are, it's going to be great. I'm going to have multiple things, kind of like a necromancer, to protect me while I'm casting Ring of Fire. And then I don't know if I'm going to go from that to Bind Demon, but I kind of like this over here, so I might come down here with Consume or with Blood Oath. Now, this demon, or this tainted, gets a lot of stuff from, where is it? Blood Boil. So I don't, like I said, I don't know, because I've
Good evening.
got stuff in Deathmark here that maybe I might just go down to Blood Boil, and then it'll give me, it'll pump up this tainted a little bit, because if you see, it says Blood Boil, 30% fire damage per level. Being that I'm kind of making everything fire, I kind of want to do this with the Summoning Tainted, go into the Blood Boil. It kind of pumps up your Tainted character, and, things are great. So I'm going to play around with this as I go. I know I said I'm going to do a blind playthrough, not going to, edit a lot of things, which, I guess it was my fault. Yes, that this all happened, but I'm back to where I was in the story on Act 2, Lut Gholein, and now I kind of have a character that I kind of have fleshed out a little better. So we're going to go through Act 2 now, and I'm going to kind of show you how I have this set up. If you see at the bottom, I have my I have the cleave on A, and then I have my main ability that I use a lot, Ring of Fire, on B, and then I have the summons to me, the Death Mark, on Y. So it's like a cycle that I go through, and it makes it a little easier to get things going. So you summon your goat man to wherever you want it to go to and attack immediately. Then you run into the crowd and
Greetings.
spam Ring of Fire. It works out really great. And then if I run out of mana, I go right to my A ability, which is Cleave, and it kind of clears things out and lets your mana build back up. So I know that was a lot of explanation, but now we're going to continue in Lut Gholein, and here we go.
Greetings, honored traveler. I am Jaren, Lord of Lut Gholein, and I bid you welcome to my fair port city. I'm glad to know that once again, caravans are free to travel through the Western Pass. For some time now, we have been under siege by an evil power that I cannot identify. Strange, it all began when a dark wanderer came this way, looking for the tomb of Tal Rasha. No one knows exactly where Tal Rasha, keeper of Baal, is entombed, but it is certain to be far out in the desert. Now my people whisper tales of the dead rising from their tombs, and horrible creatures lurking amongst the moonlit dunes. Even I have witnessed things which I cannot explain. I've ordered the port closed and all trade ships moored until I am sure that my city is safe. Atma, the tavern keeper, has an important mission for you. Go see her immediately. You'll find her on the other side of town. Now I must return to the palace. I apologize, but I can't invite you in. Things are rather a mess right now.
Greetings. I don't expect this of you, but if you want to help me, I would be grateful. In the sewers below our city, there lurks a horrid creature that hungers for human flesh. The creature has killed many, including my son and my husband. If you destroy it, I will reward you. Please, be careful though. That beast has taken enough from us already. The sewer entrance is through the trapdoor, just up the street. The creature makes its lair in the tunnels beneath the city. He butchered my husband and son. I simply cannot bear to talk about it.
All right, so there you saw how I kind of did my cycle. I summon my goatman, and he goes right to where I'm asking him to go to. You have a way more control over him, and then you spam Ring of Fire, and then you saw at the end there, I was kind of spamming my cleave. So that works a lot better to kind of manage your mana. So we're going to continue here, but I just wanted to throw that out there that this is kind of how I have my new setup, and we're going to continue the story.
master.
Okay, there it is. That would be the first boss of Lut Gholein. We're going to port back to the city here and move on.
Good. Ah, the lost Horodric scroll. What a fortunate turn of events. As the last living Horodrim, I alone have knowledge of its meaning. Now, to read the Horodric runes it bears. The Horodric mages, after binding Bale within Tal Rasha, magically sealed off his burial chamber from the mortal realm. Those same mages also crafted fearsome Horodric staves, and imbued them with the special power to open the chamber's hidden door. After nearly losing one to the thievery of a rogue sorcerer, they divided all the Horodric staves into two parts, wooden shaft and metal headpiece, hiding them separately to safeguard them. The Horodrim foresaw our current plight, and designed the hiding places to reveal themselves to worthy heroes like you. Collect both parts of a Horodric staff and unite them using a Horodric cube. Then you may enter Tal Rasha's burial chamber.
Hello. They say that the taste of vengeance is bittersweet, but I find it to my liking. In addition to my undying gratitude, I have spoken on your behalf with the rest of the townspeople. The merchants have agreed to show their gratitude by offering their wares and services at lower rates. Oh, Jaren wants to see you too. You'll find him in front of the palace.
I've heard that you are responsible for banishing Andariel back to the burning hells. I'm impressed, stranger. That couldn't have been easy. My name is Drognan, and I know what you're up against, my friend. You ought to look over my inventory of items for trade.
Halt!
I can't do that here.
You may not pass.
I have heard of your many deeds of skill and bravery. I feel I can trust you with something I have been hesitant to speak of. Drognin and I have concluded that the Dark Wanderer who passed through here recently was Diablo himself. Drognin believes that Diablo is searching the desert for the secret tomb where the great Horadric mage Talrasha keeps Baal imprisoned. You must find Diablo and put an end to the terrible evil that has fallen upon our city. Drognin is wise and is sure to have some helpful advice for you as to how Talrasha's tomb may be found. It may take you quite some time to find the tomb. May you be ready when you do. I can't use this yet.